switch this to gaming.
Gammon.
And we're probably live, like right now, or maybe a second ago, or maybe right now, or now. It's really hard to gauge exactly when you go live. Although YouTube actually has a solution for that now. You can start streaming and then click the button on the thing to go live, but we are not fancy enough to actually use that.
No, we're not even partnered.
We're not. But hello, everyone, and welcome to Awesome Hardware. This is a live show. We talk about technology, we drink some beer. Occasionally, we use adult language, so if you have young ones around, or if you're easily offended, then this might not be the show for you. But we try to keep things classy, for the most part. So, yeah, we already did the first half of today's show, which is episode number 147 of Awesome Hardware, and we streamed that on Kyle's channel, which is Bitwit, and that's linked in the video's description. So, if you haven't watched that, you maybe should go and watch that, because we talked about things, and we played games, and we learned more about who we are as people, and you as the audience, and I think there was some My Little Pony involved at some point.
It's very existential.
It was intriguing, and vaguely erotic. So check that out. It's linked in the description. In the meantime, though, if you're continuing to watch the second half, side B of episode 147, thank you for joining us.
Cheers.
And cheers. Kyle's finishing off the Speedway Stout that we drank on Kyle's half of the show.
Moving on to a Green Man Rambler Dry Hopped Pale Ale, which comes courtesy of one of our fans who delivered this to us in a prior mail time.
So we unboxed these last week in the mail time, and I don't believe there was any. I couldn't find any note or anything. It was like ordered somewhere and sent to
anonymous.
us.
Yeah.
So I mean, maybe not intentionally, but
perhaps
this is from Highland Brewing
North
Company
Carolina?
in Asheville, North Carolina.
Right. So maybe
That's where this comes from. So I'm drinking St. Teresa's Pale Ale right there. And Kyle's got
Green Man Rambler Pale Ale.
Green Man Rambler. So a hearty cheers to the wonderful fan who sent these over to us.
This got a I just looked it up. It got a 3.8 on Beer Advocate, which means it's a pretty decent beer.
All right. Solid.
So, cheers.
Solid.
We'll
Cheers
drink all of it.
again. Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
If you enjoy our shows and want to help support us, and you want to get some merch at the same time, check out our stores.
Do it.
If you buy stuff during the show, we need to point out we didn't shout out names at the end of Kyle's half, but we'll do all of them at the end of my half of the show.
You will be acknowledged.
We'll shout those off. We're gonna play games at the end of my half, so that's gonna be fun. But my store is paulshardware.net. Go there and buy things. I've got thumbscrew logos on lots of stuff. Shirts, mugs, pint glasses, bottle openers. It's all real high quality, and you'll be happy with it. I guarantee. You can also buy stuff from Kyle's store, which is bitwit.tech/store. He also has added bottle openers because he saw how lucrative my sales were for the bottle openers available with the CPU cooler and the Evolution design. Also the new RIP gamepad design, which has recently been just everyone's been talking about it.
It's the latest craze. Yes, and we'll shout Johnson at you at the end of the show.
Indeed.
If you buy anything.
So thanks to all you guys who help support us in that way, and really hope you enjoy the merch.
Do we accept PayPal? We do.
Yes, you can order with PayPal.
Yeah.
PayPal and major credit cards accepted. We do international shipping. I'm sorry that the international shipping is
expensive.
Tends to be expensive.
That's just how it is with the smaller.
From Vermont.
Yeah.
Our John is our guy who does all that stuff.
Right.
And he's super awesome.
Yes. We love.
He does stuff for Gamers Nexus too. He makes their merch.
Their mod mats.
But Gamers Nexus, because they're super because Steve is so hands on. I believe Gamers Nexus does all the actual sales and distribution. Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I have no idea.
That's crazy. That means they just have inventory that they have to ship out.
Did you get a mod mat?
I did.
You did.
It's really nice.
I got a mod mat too. The mod mats from Gamers Nexus. Super nice. Really cool product. And I'm pretty sure Steve boxed those up and shipped them himself.
That's pretty impressive. Then why does he even need John?
Well, John actually he prints the shirts and everything.
I guess,
and it's good stuff. It's good stuff. But
right.
John, I shouldn't even be talking about this. I haven't talked to Steve or John. I don't know this for sure.
Paul's corner. Is this a new segment? Paul speculates. The new segment from Paul's Hardware.
Because Steve's been
No, you're right.
And when you get the stuff from Steve's store, it's not shipping from John in Vermont. It's shipping from North Carolina from their PO box. So I'm pretty sure that's how it's going. Anyway, Gamers Nexus also has products, so go to Gamers Nexus and buy their stuff too.
Yeah.
Kyle and I both got their mod mat recently, which is a really cool product. Big ass mat that you can build on, and it's got a bunch of helpful information printed on it, as well as a
anti-static wristband.
Contact point.
It's like a rug for your PC building area. It's great.
Super sweet. All right.
Super great.
Let us continue with the tech news, because that's really what it's all about. We talked on Kyle's.
Sorry.
Nice. It was nice.
Thank you. Thank you.
We begin the tech news segment as always with a
a hearty
burp from Kyle. All right, so we talked a bit on Kyle's half of the show about Intel's plans for new ultra high-end motherboards, but not super high-end motherboards, because that would be high-end desktop motherboards, but kind of like really in between motherboards, but super high-end if you're not talking about the high-end desktop stuff, which would be the Z390 chipset.
Yeah.
Apparently AMD's also kind of doing the same thing. AMD's been really good quote unquote depending on your view of good, and with names of chipsets being confusing, whether that's good or bad. But AMD has been trolling Intel with their chipset names.
Big time.
For example,
I don't like it.
AMD was pretty sure that Intel, with their launch of X299 as the high-end desktop chipset for their high-end platform, their processors and stuff going all the way up to 8, 10, 12, 14, and 16, and 18 cores, they knew it was going to be X299.
Mm-hmm.
So when AMD launched Threadripper, they made it X399. So whenever Intel decides to make the successor to X299, well, they can't just make it X399, can't they? Can they? Because AMD already took
Challenge
that.
Accepted.
And as funny as that might be, like LOL, it's also freaking confusing.
It is.
Because now you have to explain to people, whereas you might be able to have had some sort of logical sequence of like, well, they had X99.
Well,
and then they were like, X199 would sound stupid, so they went to X299. And then after that, of course, they went to X499. Like, what are they going to do? Are they going to completely change the name? I'm really not sure.
But I think, I don't know if the logic is stupid, but like you have to realign, like recalibrate your logic. Like, I think the way that I would explain it to a newcomer to like the high-end desktop scene would be like, all right, so if like Intel's X299, just imagine that AMD is just one above that with the first digit. So AMD is always like, for every new generation, AMD just has just add 100. Just add 100 to the number. So like, okay, Intel's at X599. Well, then the equivalent AMD must be X699.
X699. Yes, and obviously the higher the number, the better quality and faster the product, right?
No,
because that's what is obviously it means.
You have that's the asterisk disclaimer that you have to also add at the end.
We complained a bit. I complained a bit. I think people were in something of an agreement with me that when Intel finally went from 4 cores to 6 cores, they decided we need a whole new chipset and need to force people to buy new motherboards for this, because even though we're using the same socket, and even though we've seen people hack 6-core 8700Ks and whatnot into old Z270 motherboards and get them working, they're like, oh, we need to redo things and stuff. Maybe they had some legitimacy to that there because of power delivery configurations and whatnot, but point is, you had to buy into a new platform, the 300 series motherboards, in order to get a functional like Coffee Lake 8700K processor to work. Intel's now planning a Z390 chipset, which will be better than Z370 and possibly even required for their possibly new upcoming 8-core processor on the mainstream, although that's still rumored. Again, more on that on Kyle's half of the show. But AMD, for their part, is potentially, again, this is a rumor, want to clarify that, potentially working on a Z490 chipset for themselves.
Why?
So this is all kinds of messed up, because Why is it Z? Why Z?
Just to confuse us further?
Why Z, AMD? Why does it need to be Z? You have an X370 chipset. You have an X470 chipset. What's wrong with X490?
It literally makes no sense. Other than the only excuse that I could have for them, for that justification, is that they're trying to blur the lines between Intel and AMD.
Yes, so it's very much trying to muddle it because they're the underdogs and they're trying to confuse people who might be buying into one platform or another, who don't even know that Intel and AMD are the main players in there, who are just looking at product names and numbers and getting confused by them.
Which doesn't seem like
weird...
It doesn't seem worth the effort or hassle, because most people who are looking to buy a new system or build a new system probably already know that much. They probably already know like enough to be like, okay, AMD and Intel are different. They have different features, different, sort of environments and stuff. How many people are they tricking with this?
I don't know.
What percentage of their users are actually being fooled by their weird nomenclature switcheroo?
I feel like there's us who talk about these things, and there's you guys who watch our show who are interested in these things and who read up on them and are familiar enough to know the difference between this chipset and that chipset. But then there's a bunch of people who just go to like Best Buy and buy a computer, having done zero research apparently. Like I don't know how big of a market that is.
I find that hard to believe.
Of people who are just like, I'm gonna go spend $1,000 on a computer.
Well, yeah, on a
Let's
pre-built.
go to Best Buy.
On
like
a
that's all.
Pre-built, maybe.
I don't know.
Not on like let's build it. Like I feel like the people who are willing to build their own systems are at least willing to do enough research to know the difference between chipsets. So who are they really fooling? If AMD's end goal is to really confuse the end user to think that Z490 is better than Z480, I'm even confused. Like it's only confusing to the enthusiasts.
Well, like
because we know better.
There's the let's name it a bigger number because people will see the bigger number and assume it's better. There's the let's name it the sequential number that the competition is using, and this is something that AMD has been doing recently with Intel. Let's name it the competition's sequential number, and I'm not sure if that's a confuse people into buying stuff or just like ha 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 fuck you. Like I don't know what that is. I don't know what the like. When they make that business decision in the meeting of the people who make those decisions at AMD, I don't know what it boils down to with that decision. When they were like, we're gonna call this new chipset X399. I don't know what it was. Like obviously, I would have to assume it was like because people will see X399 and they'll assume it's better than X299. That's probably what it is. But there's also some like just like fucking
total troll.
There's some
factor.
troll. There's a troll factor in there too. So
and it could also be the fact that Intel just generally overall spends more marketing budget. Like they have a bigger marketing budget and they're able to push their agenda and their platform a lot further than AMD can in a mainstream sense. So maybe consumers, just general people, are seeing ads from Intel 9 times out of 10 way more than they see AMD ads. And maybe that's just AMD's way of piggybacking off of Intel's marketing. Where it's like, let's have Intel spend billions of dollars or millions of dollars to advertise X299, and we'll just call our platform X399. So when people Google X299 platform, our shit pops up and they immediately think ours is better. Like,
so there's probably some of that going on, but
I don't know.
Let's actually scroll down into the article and where this is actually sourced from. So AMD Z490 is a new rumored chipset that would be better than X470. So right now, if you're on the AMD Ryzen platform, you probably have a 300 series motherboard, which would be a B350 or X370. Launching in 2 days on the 19th is going to be the 400 series of motherboards. Actually, there's no B450 I think that's actually launching. I think just X470 launching as of right now. But Z490 would be up here at the top. This is actually sourced from a Gigabyte Aorus slide deck. So that's where the leak comes from. Again, this is rumored, but seems to be, if it's from a Gigabyte Aorus slide deck, that would have some legitimacy as far as a product that they are planning in the future. The basic difference, if you're like, what's the difference between X470 and Z490, is you get 4 more PCI Express lanes, 4 more PCIe Gen 3 lanes than you get with X470. That's really the fundamental difference, at least according to this article and the leaks. That's it. Now, that's not insignificant as far as the difference goes, because you can take 4 PCIe 3.0 lanes and you can make
NVMe drive or something.
You can make another M.2 slot for an NVMe drive. You could add a 10 gigabit Ethernet port. You could add Thunderbolt 3, which I guess is royalty free now. That's nice. You could also add more USB 3.1 or SATA ports. It gives more connectivity. Now, they can't magically make more connectivity from the CPU itself, so this is probably something like a multiplex, like a it's a switch effectively. It's a fancier switch built into the chipset that adds more connectivity. Right. So you're not suddenly going to be able to take, like, if you had one M.2 drive running at max speed before, you're not going to be able to add a second one and raid them together and suddenly get the full throughput of both of those. Right. But you have the connectivity there, and since drives usually aren't accessed individually at the same rate unless they're in RAID, then it's still it's still a nice feature to have. But this is still just a rumor, so we'll see if it actually comes true, and we'll also have to wait and see what happens with the potential Intel Z390 stuff, and we'll also have to be freaking confused by all these freaking chipset names because they're so similar.
God help us all.
We at least had the Z and X separation before.
I know, and now it's like, there's no
And it
division.
wasn't even that good a separation. It'd be like, well, X is on
Intel,
AMD mainstream.
AMD.
And
Z is
X
Intel.
is on AMD mainstream and Intel high-end desktop. Z
Until
is
you get to
Intel. Whatever.
The high-end versus mainstream.
Moving on.
Fucked up.
Here's an article from Tech Radar. Ryzen 2, of course, we already said, launching on April 19th in a couple days. The 2700X and 2600X have been confirmed by AMD. A lot of the specs just went out late last week.
Yeah, we did the unboxings.
When an unboxing embargo launched. I didn't do an unboxing.
You didn't?
No.
By choice?
No, it was a principle. It was based on principle. I was like, these unboxings, they're just
cancer, pure cancer.
They're just the manufacturer taking advantage
of us,
of us influencers, to taint our influence with these easy unboxing videos. And
it's just too easy. It's a trap. It's clearly a trap.
Yeah,
even though I benefit greatly from it, they benefit more.
So if I'm being honest,
neutralize.
I went to New York, and that ate up a decent chunk of my time last week. So I didn't make
Which is kind of ironic, because that was an AMD event.
Yeah, which is really kind of...
I didn't have time to do your unboxing, because you invited me to this event that I attended.
I had other stuff, too. I mean, I could have prioritized it. I could have made one. It's not like I didn't. But I also didn't, because I don't know. Like, I do have a... Like, I'm not 100% into that. Like, on the one hand, they're easy. It's very easy to do a quick unboxing of these products that AMD sends over and throw up the video.
Sure.
And whatever. But I'm also kind of like, when I look at the unboxing video compared to the launch video, and, like, the unboxing video has twice as many views, I'm like, I'm torn by that. Because the easy views from the unboxing video and the actual...
It's kind of damning, isn't it?
This product was tested, and here's this video with,
so much work.
Here's the performance of this. Not just the work that's involved, but, like, if this video is getting all these views and it's just like, hey, here's this product, that's really veers a lot more towards the ad. Like, this is an ad for a product.
Sure.
Versus the review, where you can at least be saying, well, I'm testing this product, and I'm saying, here's what it was good at, and here's what it was bad at, and here's how it does compared to its competition. So
why not both?
So I have thoughts, I guess, is as far as I can go right now on the trend in the past few years of the unboxing embargo, because that's really what it's come down to. Is before there was just an embargo.
Right. One.
A new product is launching.
Review.
There is one embargo date, and anyone who got that product early, any content that they're going to post on it has to go on or after that embargo launch date and time.
Mm-hmm.
But now they've been doing like, all right, here is your review embargo date when the product launches conveniently at the same exact time it goes up for sale.
Yeah.
And here's like 4 or 5 days or a week earlier, here's the unboxing embargo.
Right.
When you can start hyping up the product.
Yeah.
Right?
But like for me, like I completely.
But I've done it before. I've done the unboxing videos, and again, like they get views.
Right.
So
because, because the company's not the only. Like you're benefiting just as much from the as the company from this video, even though like you're technically hyping it up without any real substantial evidence or performance numbers. You're still benefiting and profiting off of that hype video.
Yeah.
And when you look at the data, and it's also like you have to like ignore sometimes the vendors and be like, okay, what's the relationship with my fans? Like this video, they were clearly more into. Like they somehow watched my unboxing video more than the review video. So next time a big generational,
you gotta give people what they want, right?
Right. So next time a generational launch comes about, like okay, like do the unboxing video again because you know that the fans who subscribe to you and give you a living. That's what they want to see to some degree, and not every channel's like that. But I think, at least for my channel, people like the unboxing. They like that sort of hype feel. People like to get hyped for a product, whether or not it's going to deliver or not. You know, I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with that.
So, and again, like, I'm not anti-unboxing, and I'm not saying I'm never going to do them again. I didn't do it this time around. Just didn't work out. But I will say, though, that going from the, like, walnut box that they did, like, for the first Ryzen launch, for the original Ryzen launch. When you, like, right?
I didn't get that. I don't think I was, like, at that level yet to get the walnut box. I don't have one of those. That? No.
I thought you were at the event.
I didn't get a walnut box. Maybe it's because I couldn't actually carry it with me.
You left it in the hotel. That's what you did.
Maybe that's... Oh, yeah, that's right. They sent me like the non-fancy version because it was easier to ship.
Sure, pretend like you weren't fancy enough to get the Ryzen box a year ago. That was a year ago.
You're right.
That was a year ago.
You're right. I did. But I didn't actually get that box, but I couldn't take it with me on the plane because it was too big. And they wouldn't let me through security. So.
And okay, I'm remembering that now, and I had them ship it to me, which you could have done too, but you didn't.
They didn't give me that option.
Anyway, so the Ryzen box now that they give, which is just this kind of, it's not a bad box, but it's just
a box.
It's not as fancy as the wood one, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Remember those Pelican cases for Threadripper? Oh.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, mine's right there. Oh. So that's something I'm very sad I didn't give them my Vector logo because
right,
Vector logo.
Yeah. CPU.
Okay, let's move on. We're taking so long.
Sorry.
Ryzen 7 2700X and Ryzen 5 2600X. This is hopefully still in the rumor category, at least for us, because this stuff doesn't launch until the 19th on Thursday.
2 days from now.
But theoretically, possibly, maybe, some products went out early to some people, and some people might have had this stuff early. So we're just going to reference you to the Tech Radar link in this video's description if you want to read a little bit more. But according to Tech Radar, a PC enthusiast named TSAIK, or Psych, right? That's what Psych?
Sure. Psych!
Posted a couple CPU-Z reports with an overclocked Ryzen 2700X as well as the 2600X. The 2700X is the 8-core 16-thread version of Ryzen 2, and the 2600X would be a 6-core 12-thread CPU. Basically, that's some pretty crazy overclocks. 5.8 gigahertz.
Almost 5.9.
5.884 gigahertz specifically, with a core voltage of 1.76 volts.
Damn.
The motherboard was an MSI X470 Gaming M7AC.
Holy shit.
Which, I have one of those right there.
Yeah, that's actually a really nice board.
It's one of those right there.
I like that more than the Asus one.
Really?
Maybe.
Well, I've been testing with the Asus one. Anyway, so 5.884 gigahertz on the 2700X and 5.882 gigahertz with a core voltage of 1.768 volts on the 2600X. So pretty cool that they were able to overclock it this much. Now, if you're curious about last generation, Der Bauer, Roman, was able to get an 1800X to 5.8 gigahertz, which is just shy of this. That's a year ago though, so hopefully maybe as they test these out more and get more refined BIOSes and that kind of thing for the motherboards that have launched, we might see even higher frequencies than this. Be cool to see it break 6 gigahertz, for example.
That would be sweet.
So pretty cool early results, and again, Ryzen 2 actually launches on Thursday, April 19th. Moving on.
Excelente.
The Google Pixel and Pixel XL are end of life. That's right.
What?
Yes, these original Google branded phones no longer for sale. These launched in 2016. They have been removed from the Google Store as well as the Project Fi Store.
What?
Why? Well, because there's the Pixel 2, right? See,
you're just talking about first gen Pixel.
It's first gen Pixel.
Oh, no one cares then.
That's what I have. I have a Pixel.
Yeah, it's outdated, obsolete. No one cares.
No, this is a very, very good phone.
Stupid. It's a piece of ancient
It's a really
hardware.
good phone. In 2016, I bought this phone.
Just a hammer.
Straight cash money. As you can see, it still maintains its... that's a dog hair right there.
It still maintains a pristine condition of shit.
That wasn't a scratch, that was a dog hair.
It's dog semen.
Yeah, it was a revolutionary phone. Changed the landscape of the entire industry.
Changed the world. One screen at a time.
As you can see,
here's
the
Google
Pixel XL in the gray version, as you can see, is the same version that they've used in the AirS Technica article, which means it's the best one.
Not true.
But
matter of opinion.
Kyle could demonstrate for you. He has a Pixel 2.
Yeah. Let me just show that off really quick.
There's a Pixel 2 and a Pixel 2 XL.
Let me get the screen particular thing off.
Yeah. Those launched in October 2017, but they were inferior and they sucked.
Nope, these were much better and much more highly reviewed.
I got one and I
fixed
returned
a lot
it.
of the issues of the first gen Pixel.
I got one and I returned it because it sucked so bad.
Because you got a lemon. That's why.
Now, the original Pixel phones actually still stayed available on the Pixel Store even after the Pixel 2 launched because the Pixel original was so good. It was discounted by $80 to $100, but still constantly out of stock because even with the launch of the Pixel 2, people were like, man, that original Pixel is where it's at. But, you know, every era must come to an end, and so it is with the Pixel. Even though Google sold 3.9 million Pixel phones in 2017, that's not as much as you might expect if you're comparing it to some other popular phones. But they were more expensive than the original Nexus phones. I liked the Nexus phones because I'm a big fan of the vanilla Android experience is kind of like the big benefit in my opinion, or one of the big benefits from the Pixel phones. But there is still hope for anyone who is missing the old Nexus phones and maybe looking for a Pixel that they could actually afford, because there's rumored to be a mid-range Pixel that might launch this summer.
Ooh, mid-range meaning what, like $500-600 maybe?
Mid-range meaning not like $700 to $900 like the Pixel and Pixel XL have been.
That's exciting.
But
That's
yeah,
really
probably
exciting.
more. I would hope maybe 400 even, 400 or 500, 600. Is that what you
That'd
would
be great.
call for a mid-range phone?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Now, my original Pixel phone, which I'm going to keep using until for as long as I possibly can, because it's the best phone ever designed.
Lies.
I mean, imagine if I were to accidentally squeeze the phone from the side and some annoying ass thing were to happen.
Oh no, I love that.
The squeeze.
I love that.
You really use that?
Yeah, because I hate saying "Okay Google."
Oh.
And like saying "Okay Google" to your phone is like the new Bluetooth headset earpiece. You're like, you just seem like a total nerd saying like, "Okay."
So you just trigger the OK Google.
So I just trigger and be like, "Take me home," and it just does the thing. It's like I don't need to like it's like a real person. Like you'd never be like, "Okay, wife, make me dinner." You would just say, "Make me dinner."
With this, I need to give her a squeeze, right?
Just squeeze her a little bit. Exactly. See?
Apparently, you triggered some people's phones just now. Okay.
Good. Okay, Google. Watch gay porn. Gotcha.
It's hilarious.
My juvenile humor.
Hardcore gay porn
Never gets old.
on lots of Google phones
Never
right
gets
now.
old. Lots of hardcore. The hardest of cores.
So if you
porn.
have an original Pixel like me, you will still get major updates until October 2018, which doesn't seem that long, to be honest. I've only got major updates on this phone for another 6 months. Security updates will continue through October 2019, though. So one more year beyond that. And after that, like after security updates are gone on a phone, like...
Wild West.
Yeah, you're done.
It's Wild West, bro.
You're donezo. All right, let's move on.
Let's go.
PUBG.
What's next?
PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. Popular game. It's also very popular in China. And some people who I've read about have accused Chinese players of hacking in PUBG.
Yes, they're all too good.
And some stories you read, it's something of an epidemic, and this story will not necessarily help. This is from PC Power Play, but it is derived from an actual story here. What the hell's going on?
Sorry.
Stop that.
Twitch clips are opening up.
So, we talked about Intel's 8th gen stuff, right? Coffee Lake. They launched Coffee Lake last year, and then they launched Coffee Lake again a couple weeks ago when they were like, hey, here's the rest of the processors in the lineup and stuff, right?
Yep.
So they did a big event in Beijing last week to reveal their new 8th gen processors, and of course they had a bunch of vendor partners involved, including Dell. Including Dell's spokesperson, Sally Zhang. And according to this article on PowerPlay and this sub-article on pc.watch.impress.co.jp, which goes over Sally's entire presentation. There's a picture of Sally right there.
Ayo.
Sally spoke of how Chinese gamers are the most innovative and dominant in the world by using plugins.
What?
Plugins, quote unquote, to, for example, run faster than other players or blow up 10 cars at a time.
Wait, so you're saying they cheat?
These are cheats.
She's saying that Chinese players are better because they cheat.
Yes.
By using cheating plugins that make them have auto hacks and wall hacks and bullet time shit.
Yeah, these top gamers
are the best at what they do because they cheat. And
these
use
top
hacks.
gamers can really use 8th gen Intel power to run more plugins to win more chicken dinners.
Oh no, what a disaster.
And of course, all the top players run the most plugins, because if you're really good at PUBG, you run the most plugins.
Oh my god.
If you have an 8th gen powered Dell computer, 8th gen Dell power gives them that gamer's edge. And then behind her, there was actually a video playing showing screen caps of PUBG being played with various cheats enabled, including one apparently where the gun's really big. That's the picture on the right there. So that was pretty funny.
That is why China's number one, because they have giant ass guns.
So yeah, Sally told us that gamers should buy a Dell because they're better at running many plugins.
Oh my god. This just goes to show how detached corporate tech, like the corporate tech officers are from the actual mainstream of of users.
You've got to find a way to sell the product, Kyle.
And they have no idea. We dealt with this with Newegg back in the day. I don't know how it is now. I can't speak for it now. But years ago, like, corporate had no idea what the mind of a the mind of a gaming enthusiast or a PC enthusiast was. And that's why the marketing was so bad at times. I don't know how it is now, again. But back then when we were working there, it was just like, dude, you guys are so far. You're on Mars. You're on a different planet. And I feel like we see that every day. This is a prime example of corporate just not getting it, and yet they're responsible for making and delivering the products that us gamers use every day, and they have no idea what the culture is.
But what better way?
They have no idea how to, like, these press conferences are just abysmal.
To make use of your 8th gen Intel Core processor, the additional cores, the additional processing power, you've added more memory, of course. You can run more plugins for your PlayerUnknown's Battleground game.
More plugins.
It's going to eat up the memory, and you're going to be a better player for it. I mean, so there's obviously there's a disconnect somewhere along the line here between her going up on stage and presenting this material and someone being like, well, obviously that adds a little bit of memory.
The person she's talking about,
whatever.
right? It's like the person that she's talking about and trying to target is the one that's like, dude, what you're saying is totally off base.
But I will say that the language that glorifies the practice, that this is an innovative and dominant way, like innovative and dominant players are the ones that use cheats. In order to do all...
I wouldn't say innovative, maybe dominant just by definition, but...
Excuse me.
Not innovative.
Now,
innovative are the ones who just find real strategy in the game.
To be fair, the original article here does reference a follow-up from Dell, and Dell did officially comment on this.
Oh joy.
They said, and it's a corporate response, but it's at least an appropriate response. They said, in an attempt to communicate the power of the new Dell G series, inappropriate modification examples were used in Dell's product launch event in China last week. This does not reflect our global gaming culture or strategy. We condemn any modifications misused in gaming.
That's good. That's a good response.
So it's corporate speak, but at least they're saying this was bad.
Yeah.
It was wrong. We're not down with that.
She's fired.
So that's the upshot of it. And they
let's never have her speak at a corporate event ever again, is what Dell is saying communally.
Let's never praise cheaters. Right. As in, like, wow. You must need more compute power to run your cheats. Here's a way to do that.
We are Game Shark.
All right. Let's move on. Next segments.
Ew.
Final real segments for today. NETWATCH, of course, where we talk about the internet and stuff that's associated with it. I'm going to try to burn through these topics fairly quickly, just because we have games to play later on. But let's talk about this article from Engadget. The U.S. and the United Kingdom have both warned that Russia has been hacking routers worldwide. There's Putin there giving a sly side-eye Putin face.
Definitely not up to any
like,
conspiracies lately.
Like, who snapped this picture? We're like, wow, I got Putin giving the face that everyone's gonna use anytime they think Russia's being shady.
Not very special when he makes that face all the time, though.
Exactly. So this was originally sourced from reports to the Prime Minister of the UK, Theresa May, about possible incoming Russian-based cyber attacks. Now, granted, that's pretty broad, but they were specifically talking about the release of compromising information about the country's lawmakers, so lawmakers in the United Kingdom. Further, or at least after that was released, they broadened the scope of this. So UK Cyber Intelligence Agency, NCSC, as well as the FBI in the US, as well as the DHS, have jointly accused Russian-based attackers of engaging in a campaign for months trying to compromise routers, switches, and firewalls around the world. The effort has targeted millions of machines to spy on ISP customers, organizations, and government agencies. And the main targets have been ISPs, so internet service providers, firms that are running critical infrastructure in the United States and the UK as well as France, and government departments and big companies. The alert outlines what erratic hardware behavior should indicate that a device has been compromised. So if you go to the Engadget article, you can click on that and see the actual details of the alert.
So it's the Russians that are compromising the security of these routers, etc.
So the article says.
Okay.
Blame the Russians is very popular theme.
Sure. I've played Call of Duty before. I know how it goes. But it's basically because they're trying to pinpoint the Russians are trying to verify if Americans are talking shit, basically.
It's hard to say what their end goal is, Kyle.
Lead to the release of compromising information about the country's lawmakers? Is it that was specific to any particular
that was
event?
The original fear. So all this is to say, and the reason I decided to even discuss this article, because again, a lot of this is very general, not as specific as I would like. I would like to say, for example, which specific hardware they're talking about, which has been gone after and compromised. But it really doesn't get into that. Again, the actual alert by the intelligence agency has more details on that, which is linked in the article. Although I forget which of these links it actually is, but it's in there. A lot of the links just go back to Engadget articles. But the point is, if you have hardware that's connected to the internet, it needs to be updated security-wise from time to time. Often that's critical. You will frequently get updates for your home computer, for example, a desktop computer, a laptop computer. You'll probably also frequently get updates for, like, your cell phone, right? You probably get updates all the time for your cell phone. You have to restart your cell phone, and it's like, oh, the only time I ever restart my cell phone is when it has a security update. The point is, there's other stuff that's connected to the internet in your home. Probably for most people, it's a router, but it might also be intelligent smart home devices, that kind of thing. Going in and accessing those devices to determine if there's been firmware updates for security is something that people don't often do. That can be something that you can do to improve your security. Or if you're really paranoid about it, then completely bypass those ad hoc devices and build yourself your own router using pfSense. Look up pfSense router on YouTube if you're interested in that. And hopefully Russia just chill out with hacking stuff.
I have hiccups.
It's lame. Kyle, you got the hiccups?
A little bit.
You have water. I got you water.
You did?
Yes.
All right. We should be good.
There you go.
Hold my breath.
Okay, next up, we've talked about net neutrality pretty frequently, and Ajit Pai, who's the current chairman of the FCC, and how he's often been opposed to net neutrality in various ways. This is just sort of a follow-up on that. It comes down to his judgment, as well as the people, when it comes to internet service providers in the United States and the actions that they frequently take. This does not reflect well on them. This article, although the picture on the headline of it, and this article's from The Verge, by the way, is definitely Ajit Pai. It's not really necessarily about him. It's about Elizabeth Pierce. And Elizabeth Pierce is the former chief executive of Quintillion, which is an Alaska-based fiber optic cable provider operating out of Anchorage. She's also the broadband advisor who was selected by Ajit Pai, pictured right there, looking like a douchebag.
Yep, as always.
She was picked by him to run a federal advisory committee, which is called the Broadband Deployment Advisory Committee, or BDAC. BDAC, more specifically. The hell's going on? She was arrested last week.
Nice.
Yes, arrested.
That is the best possible thing that could have happened.
I mean, depending on your perspective. I guess if you are her or one of her family members, that's probably not. But
not the perspective.
But if you're someone who appreciates justice, then yes, that was a very good thing.
Justice perspective.
Assuming, of course, that these alleged accusations against her are true.
Why did she get arrested?
These are alleged. She was arrested on claims she tricked investors into pouring money into a multi-million-dollar investment fraud scheme.
Sounds reasonable.
Yes. As the CEO of Quintillion, Pierce allegedly raised more than $250 million from two New York-based investment companies using forged contracts with other companies guaranteeing hundreds of millions of dollars in future revenue. According to a lawyer who's involved, those sales agreements were worthless because the customers had not even signed them.
Wow. Because they were fraud.
Yes.
They were fraudulent.
As alleged.
Wow. That's some serious shit.
And as alleged, she forged the signatures of the counterparties involved.
What a hoe.
So that's fraud.
Good electing, Ajit.
Again, this is all alleged. She has been arrested.
No, she's guilty.
It's not looking that great for her right now. She was charged with wire fraud last Thursday, and she faces a maximum sentence of 20 years in prison.
Damn, that's some hard time, bruh.
So the reason Ajit Pai's face is on the picture of this article is because he specifically picked her to be the chair, not just like a member, but the chairman of the Broadband Deployment Advisory Committee, which is a committee that advises the FCC.
Do you think he
things.
told her to do that and just like made her the fall guy? Like,
no. This is stuff she did before she was even involved in this.
She was involved.
But
I wouldn't be surprised though.
Here's the point: net neutrality. We are in favor of net neutrality. I don't care how it happens. If you want to be a libertarian, if you want to be on the side of big business and whatever, then give me options. If I have market options, if I have 3-4 different choices for what internet service provider I can sign up for, and there is competition that forces those internet service providers to give me decent service for my money, then I'm okay with that. Or, if I only have a single choice, like most people in America, if you're trying to get a broadband connection, then it should be government regulated to the point where I have a basic connection to the internet for a reasonable price, and that the internet service provider that I'm signing up for can't arbitrarily shut off my connection to this website or that website because that website hasn't paid them.
It's all the same.
A bit of extra kickdown money this month or whatever. So that's where we're at. We're against Ajit Pai and the actions of the FCC, and to further that. Well, let's do this out of order. I should switch this. To further that, since I'm going to connect these together, California. We're in California right now, and apparently the cable lobby, AT&T included, are kind of worried about a net neutrality bill that has been presented here in the great state of California. Aren't you proud to be a citizen of the great state of California today, Kyle?
Especially now.
Yes, AT&T and the lobby group for Comcast, Charter, Cox, as well as a bunch of other cable companies. That's called the CCTA, the California Cable and Telecommunications Association. They're lobbying against this bill in California because the bill implements not only the FCC's basic net neutrality rules from 2015, which were enabled and enforced in 2015, but it also bans paid zero rating arrangements in which home or mobile internet providers charge online services for data cap exemptions. If that sounds boring to you, T-Mobile, for example, has a zero rating program right now. It's called Binge On. But whether or not they charge the source of the content for that data is actually a big deal, because it may or may not pass down that cost down to you. And this is why zero rating, even though it's potentially a popular service among various internet service providers and cell phone providers in the United States, is also something that should be included with net neutrality. Because if you're zero rating something, it means you're charging zero for that, whereas you're potentially charging more for the rest of the internet.
Yeah. And
that is a tiering system, and that's not good if you want the internet to be universally accessible, put simply. So yeah, the AT&T and the CCTA have said that the proposed bill is too strict compared to the FCC rules. And not just the FCC rules of like right now, but the FCC rules of 2015, which are about to be taken off the books. So they're obviously somewhat concerned about this to the extent that they are acknowledging that there's a decent amount of people who are pretty comfortable and happy with the 2015 rules and don't want them rolled back. And there's a decent amount of pushback against that. So good on any of you guys who've been helping with that cause. This California net neutrality bill was submitted by State Senator Scott Wiener. Wiener. Not Anthony Weiner. Scott Wiener.
Scott.
He's
Wiener.
a Democrat from San Francisco.
Still a wiener.
It's still unclear who actually authored the bill, but Wiener says, you can't go and get federal net neutrality protections repealed and then be surprised and indignant and complain that states are stepping up to protect consumers and the economy.
Fair enough.
That makes a lot of sense. Because if you're like, hey, the feds shouldn't be regulating this stuff, right?
Yeah.
Then usually if you go from that the nationwide we shouldn't have this, well then the states, like states' rights usually is the opposite of that.
Right.
But this is the states being like, all right, we're a state and we want net neutrality.
Yeah.
And we're California and we happen to be the biggest economy in the nation by a pretty decent stretch.
Yeah.
In fact, like the 6th or 7th largest economy in the world if you counted us as a nation.
It's true.
Got some pretty decent clout
Yeah.
here in California. So,
Got a voice.
all that is to say that because of those factors and California's influence on the rest of the nation, state standards such as, for instance, how many of you guys watch Price is Right?
I used to.
You ever watch The Price is Right?
I have.
Okay. Back when The Price is Right had Bob Barker, right?
Yeah.
And he'd sit there with his mic and he'd be like talking about this thing. And
Hey.
whenever it was a new car, right? A new car.
A brand new car.
And whenever he's talking about a new car, and he'd run down the specs of the new car, right? Blah, blah, blah. And you know what he would always say?
There's a dead hooker in the trunk.
He didn't state that specifically, but one of the
no.
other things he would always say is California emissions.
Right.
You remember hearing that? California emissions?
That's what it was.
That's because California instituted emissions standards for motor vehicles.
That is true.
And even though it was a California standard,
Yep.
all of the motor vehicle companies just went by those standards because California was a large enough market that it made sense to just abide by those standards for the entire nation.
Right.
As opposed to saying, like, here's the California cars that have better emissions.
Sure.
And here's the cars for the rest of the nation that, like, have crappy emissions and,
Makes sense.
you know, spill shit and sulfur on your lawn or whatever when you're driving them.
Smells like eggs.
So, obviously, there's other stuff to be discussed here, and there's probably people who are like, fuck California and that kind of thing, but I don't care. I just wanted to point out that if California is leading the charge in supporting net neutrality, I hope that you guys who also support net neutrality would be behind that. And that is all I have to say for NETWATCH for today. Okay, let's move
That's
on.
very interesting.
Yeah.
Very fascinating. Gaming after party?
Yeah, that's what's supposed to be next, right?
Gaming after party. This is fun. We haven't done this in a while.
We also need chips. We need chips.
Oh, you want me to get some chips?
We've only got like 15 minutes.
Grab
Yeah.
some chips.
Kyle, get the chips.
On the fridge?
They should be on top of the fridge. I already opened them. I ate some.
Any particular kind?
I ate some already. What?
Any particular kind?
The all dressed chips. Those are the good ones.
Olive.
Where is Steam?
Wait.
There it is. Okay. So my theoretical plan here is for Kyle and I to play a game at the same time that we go over donations, as well as eat chips. No, just the all this one. That's all. That's it. Maybe get more paper towels too.
Sure.
Okay. And the game that I was hoping we would play, I'll see if this actually works.
I'll take you down to Chinatown.
Is,
All dressed.
yeah. Okay.
Let's do it.
I just downloaded it earlier, so it's telling me the first time installation is going on.
Great, thanks.
We can start going over donation comments, though, because we need to get through those.
Let's do it.
The old ones were deleted. How
Cool.
convenient.
Very nice. All right, Pup Shepherd, $5. You can connect the Pup Cam to Puppy Linux. Wags, 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 wags. We will keep that in mind, Pup. Thank you very much for all the wags and the donation.
You should give me the other mask.
Oh, yeah. It's time for the mask reveal. MB67, $13.37. Paul, I enjoyed your New York vlog. Cheers.
Thank you.
I still have to watch that one.
You can go and take it.
Sounds like
you don't
fun.
really have to. I mean,
I'm going to, though.
there's not a lot.
Doesn't matter. It's fine.
I mean, Eber's in it, so
Oh, then I'm definitely watching it.
you should watch that.
Andrew Schweier, 5 Canadiers. I will probably use that 6600K and a mini ITX X270 for my HTPC build, along with an EK Phoenix cooling kit, an HD 7970 heat killer block, jerry-rigged to work with it. Wow, that sounds pretty impressive.
Nice.
Good luck on that, and I hope it all works out.
Oh,
Tweet me a picture of that when it's done. I want
we're
to see it.
supposed to be pointing out that we're trying out Ruffles all-dress chips.
We are. I've had these before, though.
Because we've been to Canada.
Yeah.
So,
Did you get some Canadian?
no, but these are being distributed in the U.S. now.
What?
So, all-dress, #1 flavor in Canada, it says.
What? These are in the U.S. now?
Yeah.
Wait, do they have ketchup chips now, too?
So it says, I bet you're wondering what all-dressed means. After all, in America, it just means you're wearing all your clothes. But in Canada, all-dressed usually actually means delicious, rigid chips that somehow taste salty, savory, and sweet all at the same time. So these are all-dressed chips
That perfect umami
from Canada.
flavor. I'll be the judge of that.
And,
I do like some all-dressed chips. I've had these before. These are very good.
They taste like barbecue chips with salt and vinegar.
Yeah, that's a good description. I'm just waiting for the ketchup chips to make their way
they're
over
really
to
good.
America. Once ketchup chips make their way here, my life will be complete. Bazinga X, $25. Great show as always, Paul. What do you think of the Samsung 49-inch CHG90 Super Ultra Wide?
Oh, it's huge.
HDR. I did a review of that already. It's on Floatplane. It will hit YouTube in a couple days.
No, you didn't.
I did.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Wait.
Oh, the super ultra wide.
Yeah.
QLED. Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind. I thought I was talking about the 42-inch 4K one that Diana has.
Oh yeah. No, that's a really great monitor too. The super ultra wide that you're talking about is very nice if you're a hardcore gamer and you really want that encompassing peripheral vision. But just watch my video on it. It'll explain everything.
I thought the resolution was a little low, to be honest.
The resolution's a bit low.
1080 vertical resolution.
It favors the actual width more so than the resolution. So some people are going to be rubbed the wrong way on that, and I definitely talk about that in my video.
It's gonna be hard because I gotta take my glasses off.
Troy Sampson. Oh yeah, yes you do. And you won't be able to see shit, and you'll look terrible. Troy Sampson, $5. I'm building a new computer. I'm saving up for a GPU. I was wondering if I could run my computer and surf the internet until I get a GPU for gaming. Yeah.
What?
Why not?
Depending on
if you have an iGPU.
If he gets an APU from AMD, or if he gets an Intel. Intel, you're fine because all those have iGPUs for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
AMD, you want to make sure that you start out with one of the Raven Ridge APUs.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll carry you through web browsing, day-to-day tasking, no problem. And when you're ready, just pop a discrete GPU in there, and you're good to go.
It smells so fresh and clean.
You look really scary.
I do?
You look scary because you're bald, or you have very little hair, so it accentuates your scary face more.
I'm trying to make it actually connect and attach to my face.
No, it's deeply disturbing. Cosmic for the $5. Hey guys, I'm in a rural area and stuck with AT&T DSL and their modem router. Comos Netgear are crap. Can you recommend a good modem router combo? Asus makes some really good router combos, modem combos. Buffalo, I've been very satisfied with their performance as well. That's what I use at home. I can't really give you any like specific model names because there's so many now, and it's really just brands that I can recommend. Buffalo.
I should set a timer, right?
Yeah, I would do that. Do you have any good modem router combo recommendations?
No, like I don't use enough of them.
Yeah, it's one of those things that like you use it for a few years and that's like all you interact with until you need a new one, and then by then it's like a different generation, and you know things have advanced so far since the last time you bought one. But I look into Asus, Buffalo.
Try to get one that can't be like compromised by someone in China somehow.
Sure.
This is vague.
There you go. Trinoxis Gaming, $20. Need an OBS streaming PC only. I want overkill and best quality at 1080p 60 FPS, AMD 1920X or 1950X. My gaming rig streams decent, i7 7820X, 5 GHz, 32 gigs of DDR4, 3200, 2 GTX 1080 Ti hybrids and SLI, 3 Samsung A50 Pros, 256 gig ideas, thoughts.
I think you'd be fine with the 1920X. So that's my thought.
Yeah. He's already got a 7820X though. Like, you don't really need much more to stream at 1080 60. You know what I mean? Why do you need to upgrade? If you're noticing some struggling...
Where did the key... Oh, wait.
If your system's struggling to stream at 1080 60, which I don't think it is with your current setup, then maybe upgrade to a 1950X, but 7820X is a good CPU for streaming.
These masks tend to hang down at the bottom. I feel like I'm not getting the
I think you're good, man.
contact and the connection that I want.
Because you have a little bit of hair too. The hair really just prevents it from sticking to your skin. It kind of takes you out of it. It's like not the most immersive.
I need to shave myself clean next time.
Maybe we should.
Beforehand.
Maybe that'll be the punishment for next face-off. Stephen Hill, $20. Thank you very much, Stephen. Just catching the tail end of this, I think it's time that we start those after parties back up. Just saying.
That's what I'm doing right now, Steven.
Yeah.
What do you think I'm trying to do?
We're one step ahead of you, bro. Just wait for it. Wait for it. Thank you very much, Stephen, for the donation. Appreciate that, man. Core Maximus, $5. Hey, Kyle. Check out the Demsiflex dust filters. I'm not the rep, but I think it'd make for a great dust filter showdown as they kick all filters. I'll check that out. Demsiflex. Cool. Thanks, Core. Matic Ogden. $14.99 New Zealand. 4K at 60 or 3440 by 1440 at 100 for gaming. I would definitely go 3440 by 1440 at 100 for gaming.
I agree.
For sure. Should I get a second 1080 Ti for SLI or do a custom loop for my rig instead? Do the custom loop if you want the aesthetics, you want the creativity, the artsy aspect of it. Do not do it for performance. If you want performance, get a second 1080 Ti. If you want to do it for the experience and for the joy and for the artistic aspect and making the system personalized and your own, then custom loop it. Once done, we'll try to get into Pimp My PC since it's thanks to you. Yeah, absolutely submit your system when it's done. Good luck on it. Thanks, Ogden. Des Jones, $5. Hey guys, finally got a GPU replacement after 2 months of waiting. Got a Sapphire Nitro Plus Vega 56 limited edition. My system is back up and running. That is a very nice and rare card to get right now. All AMD Vega cards are impossibly hard to find, especially at a good price. So congrats to you, man.
You're first.
Oh, what are we doing?
Worms.
Worms.
You're first.
Wait, we have.
Darren.
Okay, we have like 7 more. Okay, what do I do?
You have
I don't know how to do.
60 seconds. You can go left and right.
Left and right here.
Here.
I use this.
Up and down to aim.
Okay.
Oh, you can use the mouse to. Oh, you can right click on the mouse to choose.
Oh.
Choose weapon.
This one looks fun. And
Is it bazooka's the standard?
bazooka right here.
Yeah, I mean that's just unlimited. I mean,
And
you get one shot per turn, basically.
Okay.
So I mean.
Then what do I do now?
So I think spacebar, and you hold the spacebar for a certain.
Oh.
Right, there you go.
Oh, okay.
For the bazooka, you hold down the spacebar and it builds up, and then you can
Release when you have the right amount of power.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
So now I'm this guy, and I'm gonna go here.
You're just gonna totally butcher me right here.
I'm gonna go for the.
I'm gonna get destroyed. You're gonna fist me, aren't you? You're gonna fist me hard. Cell processing, $5. Great example why we need more choices for ISPs. I have one. They cannot give me a good feed to Twitch anymore. I have not been able to stream for a month. That really sucks, dude. I wonder what ISP you have. Cox, maybe?
Sounds like they're a bunch of cocks.
Being a bunch of cocks. That sucks, dude. I hope somehow that gets fixed up. Shader, $5. Holy shit, Kyle, when are you doing another TechTuber impersonations video? My R5 2600 arrives Friday, and I'm so freaking stoked to upgrade my 2400G. Benchmark time. That is a pretty nice upgrade for sure.
Oh, it's way better with glasses.
I may or may not do a Tech Tuber impersonations video part 2. I know it's been very requested.
With
so
Jim Bob, he's
maybe,
fat.
Maybe for Halloween this year. Okay, so
you can maybe toss a grenade down here.
Okay.
Or over here.
So let's see, grenade here.
Grenade. You also got a cluster grenade.
And so does this.
So up, down. We'll aim.
Okay.
And then again, space.
Right.
You can hold down space up to a certain amount.
I see.
And you just want to toss it.
What does it mean when it's red? That means it's gonna hit.
That means it'll probably hit something. Yeah.
Okay. So I'll just
a little toss, just right over the edge there. It's like, oh, that's actually pretty good.
There we go.
You kind of got me. You kind of got me.
Not a direct hit though. Only 17. Bummer.
All right.
Okay. So good luck on that. Shader Aid, Des Jones, $5. Time to save some more and get the remaining parts for my 2700X build that will replace the current one. Yeah, nice. That sounds pretty solid. 2700X, looking very promising so far. Lay Beer, $6, 6 Australian. Wanted to support you guys. Been watching for a couple months now. Favorite international holiday destination?
I had a good time in Thailand.
Oh, Thailand is so nice. Go to Thailand. Just go to Thailand because it's so cheap. All of us PC enthusiasts, we're PC enthusiasts because we're cheap as fuck. Thailand is the place for us because, yeah, granted it's hot, ambient temps are abysmal, depending on the time of year you go, but, oh my god, you can live like a king for $10, $5 a day. Easy. Yeah, the flight there is shit and it takes a lot, it's expensive, but once you get there, you are royalty. You son of a bitch. Go to Thailand. Thailand's amazing. Go to Bangkok, explore Bangkok, and go to northern Thailand. Check out Chiang Mai. That's where I went for my honeymoon.
The resort that my wife and I went to in Thailand is called Pimalai. It was really nice.
Is this you right next to me?
Yeah.
Oh well, so fuck you. So do I do self damage?
There's three people right there, so I'm not sure who.
Will I kill myself if I?
You can.
Okay.
I mean.
Then is there a move here? Is there an attack that will only attack you even if I'm really close?
Like the AOE? Fire punch is one. Okay. There's also a shotgun. I think that one that you're doing is it's like a Hadouken, just like straightforward. And the fire punch is like is like a
uppercut.
Yeah, like an uppercut. You gotta be your next.
I'll try the fire punch. Then how do I execute it?
Just space, I think.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, it hit Dookie.
So are you both of those guys, or just one of those guys? There's two guys in front of me.
No, you hit your own guy.
Oh, oh no, I didn't know.
But then he blew himself up and kind of killed me, kind of hurt me too. So.
Okay, it was the kamikaze effect.
I have 4 left and you have 1. You have 2. You have 2.
Ben Walk Weiss, $5. I worked on the design of the Gigafactory for Tesla. Wow. Glad to have contributed to your house battery, Paul.
Nice. Thank you, Ben.
Nice.
Yeah, my house battery is completely useless right now. They're gonna redo that, and I have to redo the roof. And it's 3 weeks out to reschedule them to redo the roof. And then they can install the solar, and then I have to wait 2 to 6 weeks.
Damn.
For the
it's a whole process.
Final like approval of everything, and then I can turn on and use my Powerwall.
Damn.
And that'll be very exciting.
I'm very much looking forward to that video.
But thank you, Ben.
I'm sure it'll be worth it all.
Yeah, hopefully. Oh crap! There's only 18
Smoking Nuns, $5. Kyle, what are your plans for 1 million subs? I don't know. I have no plans. Mainly because I didn't think that it was going to come around so quickly, but...
Yeah, I was supposed to ask you about that, actually.
It's kind of crazy. I think I had 1 or 2 videos in the last couple weeks that have done really well and have kind of gone, I wouldn't say viral, but have just really taken off, and it's brought in a lot of new subs that I didn't expect, and so I thought I had a lot more time to plan for a 1 million sub video than I do, and it could be in a week or 2.
Headphone warning. I think in the next 10 or 20 seconds, my wife is going to try to come in and... I think.
Good. That's good premonition, if you're right. That's very...
It's your turn, by the way.
Superhuman power.
Jim Bob.
Okay, are you still down there?
I'm down here,
okay,
or you can aim over here at Scotty or Jim Bob.
I'm going to try to get you again with this grenade launch here. All right, and then... What does this one do?
It's a cluster bomb, so it pops into a few smaller ones. You probably, I mean, if you can get it close to me, you're probably better with the grenade, yeah.
Oh, God.
Close.
No, you're kind of protected in that little crevice there.
Strategic.
Still figuring out what I'm going to do for 1 million subs, though. I have some ideas. I don't want to reveal them right now, though. But something's coming soon enough. Israel Garcia. $4.99. Surface Book 2, i7 8650U, GTX 1060, or laptop like Razer plus external GPU. Looking to replace my tablet, want to game on the mobile. I would suggest just going for an all-in-one solution if you can get a high-powered, get the most expensive or most high-powered laptop you can find, and don't go for the external GPU route because it's expensive. You have to buy the external dock, which can be a couple $100 easy, and then you have to buy the discrete GPU, which are still pretty inflated right now, even though the prices are going down. Just go with like the best laptop you can afford, and life will be easier and more cost effective for you in the long run. It's not a great time to buy an external GPU with dock. It's just not. Core Maximus, $5. Kyle, cover how to stream on Twitch with a camera overlay and stuff. No one from LTT, Paul, Dave2D, etc. has covered this. It'd be really helpful. There are so many tutorials on how to stream.
Your turn.
Very simply with a camera, a webcam involved. So I would just do some research. Just check on Google how to stream with a camera and stuff on OBS, whatever it is. Very sure that you could find something good there. Okay. Is that you up there, the red guy?
Yeah, I'm all the reds.
Okay. Oh, I guess I can move here, huh?
Shift is to jump, by the way.
Left
shift.
I can even. Wow.
A single tap will jump forward, and then a double tap will jump kind of like up.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right, I'm gonna try this. And
so if you're just trying to shoot me, a bazooka straight at me would probably be a pretty safe bet.
And then I can aim here.
Yep.
It's about good right there. Okay, and then.
Nice.
Oh, that was a direct hit, right?
Yeah, it's pretty direct. That should be 40, 50 damage there.
Okay.
45, there you go.
All right, I'll take it. But now you're at the vantage point. Now you can have your way with me. All right. Trinoxis Gaming, $5. I get amazing FPS, but like 80 when streaming. Like 165 plus FPS on all gauges, or maybe games he meant. It's why I want a dedicated streaming PC. Yes, streaming can definitely impact your performance in game. At the end of the day, it's it's about, if you're going to be streaming, that means you're streaming for an audience, and what they're seeing is probably more important than what you're seeing. But at the same time, you still want to have an enjoyable experience and enable yourself to game comfortably, right? Otherwise, your gameplay will suffer, and then what your viewers are seeing will suffer. So yes, you could go for a dedicated streaming PC, but it's probably more cost effective to just upgrade your system. So you haven't really given me any sort of idea of what hardware you're rocking, but maybe you need to upgrade that CPU and your motherboard. Honestly, 80 FPS when streaming isn't that bad, to be honest. So I don't know what kind of performance you're generally used to, but I think you're doing all right. But again, upgrading your system and just streaming off of that is probably a better idea right now.
Your turn.
Than having a dedicated streaming PC.
So if I were you, I'd just drop a dynamite like right down on my head.
Ooh,
right there.
Okay. Is this phone gonna get in the way?
I think you can go over it. Yeah.
Well, that's kind of cool. Okay, so I can
right click. This is the dynamite. You only have one of them. So it's gonna drop it in front of you, so you're gonna probably want to go like down to there.
So how do you aim with the dynamite?
You don't aim; it just drops it right in front of you.
So you just click really quick,
and then you'll have 5 seconds to try to evacuate. So you probably want to get down here so it drops on my head.
So I can.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
Oh, too far.
Oh shit.
If you dropped too far and it took damage, then you lost your turn.
No.
That sucks.
Lame.
That sucks.
I'm terrible at this game.
It's fine. It's fine, Kyle.
I'd make a very bad worm.
I've never played a game where I had no idea how to play and you did.
Welcome to Face Off, everyone. Wishbone, $5. What about Asus Strix FreeSync next-gen monitors? No more ROG because of GPP? That's a good question. As far as I know, NVIDIA GPP only applies to the graphics cards.
That would actually be the only place where it made sense.
Yeah.
Because ROG...
There you go.
Because ROG would apply to NVIDIA graphics cards, so you would get an NVIDIA monitor that supported G-Sync.
Right.
And an Ares...
Exactly.
an Aries monitor
Which would
would
only support FreeSync.
support FreeSync.
Yeah.
So there, it would actually be like, wow, then it ties into. Maybe that's what it's all about. Maybe that's the solution.
True. Yeah.
Anyway, though.
And yeah, you could still have an Asus Strix FreeSync monitor because Strix is not subject to GPP.
Yeah,
Strix is flexible. It's fluid. It can go between either manufacturer.
It's very Strixy.
Marco Mankinen, €10. First time to catch you guys live. Good morning from Finland, 6 a.m. Keep up the good work. Kippis. I'm sure Kippis means I love you in Finland.
I feel so refreshed.
Thank you very much, Marco. Yeah, right? It was kind of a nice feeling afterward after you take it off. Although my beard felt kind of neglected. Hardcore Hardware, $4.99. Launch week 2017, I bought a Crosshair 6 Extreme for a Ryzen build. 6 RMAs, $150 plus shipping fees.
What?
2 brick replacement boards later. Help.
That's
Dude,
awful.
that just sounds like really bad luck.
Yeah.
The Corsair 6 Extreme should not be that faulty.
They didn't make an extreme version of the C6, did they?
Corsair 6 Extreme.
I know there's a Hero C6H.
Maybe. Corsair 6 Extreme right here.
Oh, they did.
I guess so.
The Crosshair 6. All right, I never saw that board.
So, dude, I don't know, man. Maybe you're just having a really bad streak of luck, and I don't really know what to say other than if you're really just not confident in the platform anymore, then just take a different route and just, I don't know, send in all your shit. But hopefully this latest board that you get solves all that shit, because that's brutal. Yeah, it's a pretty recent board. $150 in shipping fees. That is brutal. That is so brutal. I'm gonna kill Paul now. Let's see. Is that him? Jim Bob? Is that me? Is that him? I'm gonna try to drop a grenade here, assuming that's me. Alright. Come on. Come on. That didn't do shit. Son of a bitch. I'm sure there's much more strategy to this game that I'm just not up to right now. I'm blue. Okay, did I just go for Paul? Maybe I just went for Paul. Okay, this is my turn now. I'll just go again. It's me. Can I throw a grenade right at this guy? Wait, I don't know. Am I blue? Am I blue right now? Or no, this is me, right? I'm gonna bazooka the shit out of this guy. Wait for it. Wait for it. Yeah. And I totally killed myself. Well, I did some serious damage to myself. But at least I got him. I think I did damage to you, and I might have killed one of your worms.
What? No.
But I can't be sure. I might have also gone for you.
As long as you don't commit suicide with my worms.
No, I don't think I did that.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Sorry.
I have to go pee too.
I feel so much better now. Okay. Where were you? Did you do all the donation comments?
Yeah.
Oh, good. All right. Well, I feel like I shouldn't play more worms while Kyle is not playing as well, so I'll just let that idle. But what I can do is start doing some Johnson shoutouts, because that's obviously part of the show. We have a decent amount here. Oh my gosh. So I'm going to start off. This is Johnson shoutouts for anyone who's ordered merch from from my store. And Kyle's going to shout out from his store as well in a minute. This is for both halves of the show today, because we didn't shout him out on Kyle's half. Starting off with Matthew H. from Utah, who got the gaming desk mat set. The 2 mat set. Thank you. And Johnson to you, Matthew. Thank you so much for your support. Douglas B. from Kansas got the Star Wars Heather Navy shirt. and the thumbscrew keycap. The Star Wars shirt is an Awesome Hardware shirt, and if you buy Awesome Hardware merch from either of our stores, it gets split between me and Kyle. So either way, whatever store you order from, it will be split. Next up is Derek D from Michigan. Well, Michigan or Indiana. There's a different billing and shipping address. But got the black tri-blend t-shirt with the thumbscrew, as well as a thumbscrew beer set with the glass and the opener. Thank you so much, Derek. And A. Johnson for you. Samuel from Florida got the tri-blend t-shirt with the thumbscrew, and a big old Johnson for you, Samuel. Thank you so much. Jack from Alabama got the men's heavy metal gray t-shirt, and a big old Johnson for you, Jack. Thank you so much.
Johnson to Jack. That might be a double Johnson.
That's right, the double Johnson for
Bios
Jack.
Flasher shirt. Thank you very much, Jack.
Double Johnson for Jack. James from Alabama got the desk mat set. A Johnson for you, James. Thank you.
Faith Johnson to Faith for picking up a CPU cooler shirt.
Nice. Carol from New York gets a Johnson for grabbing the thumbscrew decal. The decal.
Decal.
The
Rip
decal.
Gamepad shirt for a Derek D. Thank you very much, Double D.
I believe that's a double Johnson.
Double Johnson
I
for
believe that's
double
Johnson.
D. Thank you very much, Derek.
Austin from Nevada got the metallic silver black tri-blend shirt. Thank you, and Johnson to you, Austin.
Bitwit Circle logo decal for a Carol. Johnson to Carol.
Awesome.
And one or two more here. Philip S. picked up a Bitwit overclocking mug. And words in a circle pint glass.
I think that's a double Johnson.
Johnson to you, double Johnson. Potentially, and in Austin, that's definitely a double Johnson.
Austin's a double Johnson.
Not Evans, but Austin T. Picked up a Beware of Bottlenecks dark gray heather t-shirt. Free the heather. Thank you very much, Austin. I think that's it for me.
Cool. That is all for me as well.
The end.
We just have to finish our game.
Oh yeah. Let me just kill you. How do I? Oh wait, no, it's your turn. Let's see. Do we also have a?
Hold on.
Huh.
Clicking the wrong button.
Oh,
There it is.
really? Oh, really? Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
It's your turn.
Yes. Oh, okay.
So you have 2 guys left with that much health, and
Oh,
I have
great.
3 guys left with that
Oh,
much health.
jeez. I'm getting fucked here. Wait. Is this...
No, wrong mouse.
Nope. Sorry. Aha.
You have 7 seconds.
That's me. Is this you right here?
No, I'm the red.
Oh, you're red.
I have
You're
3
way
red,
up there.
3
How
red
the
dudes.
fuck am I? Okay.
It's too late. It's my turn.
Oh
now.
my god. This is unfair.
You're right. You need to be faster.
Stupid game. Just go ahead and murder me.
Can
See
I
if
use any of the
care.
fancy stuff yet?
See
Ooh,
if I
There's a
care.
bunker buster. There's an airstrike. The sheep. I'm gonna try the sheep. Here comes the sheep.
Do it.
Oh no! Get out of there, sheep.
Your sheep
The
sucks.
sheep's in a terrible place.
Wow. Explosive sheep.
The sheep killed Jim Bob instead of you guys.
Was that me or was that you?
No, I'm red.
Oh, you're red.
You're
Okay.
blue.
All right. I'm going to kill you. With a thing. No, I'm going to grenade you. No, wait. Oh no, I don't want to do that. How do I even get you? I'm not even...
Hold on, right click.
I can maybe move?
No, right click. Alright, never mind.
I
Never
got
mind.
this. I got this.
I wasn't trying to help you at all.
No.
You should
I don't trust you.
totally move your 2 dudes closer together.
Yeah.
That's a very
I will.
intelligent move strategically.
Hey, if you just keep sheeping me, I'll be fine. What the fuck is the bubble?
I only have 1 sheep and they're done.
What's up with the bubble thing?
I think that's just
All right.
incidental.
Oh shit!
Oh!
Oh my god!
Oh!
Oh!
That was a
Look
good-
at that! What
That was
a
a good shot.
what a hit! Now
a good shot.
I'm dead. I'm gonna die now. Reap the sheep. Oh damn! You can like.
Oh, that's
through.
terrible.
Oh, you're like a little
I
worm,
didn't mean to go through there.
a little baby
Yeah,
worm.
there's 4
types of
well,
worms.
You can choose different types of worms. I chose to duplicate my group to your group so we'd be equal. But there's this guy, and he's like a smart guy. And if he's alive each round, then all of your other worms get 5 extra health.
I see. Is this the most powerful attack?
A direct hit with that I think does 50 damage, which is among the most powerful attacks. That's repeatable and everything like that.
Okay.
The shotgun gives you 2 shots.
Okay.
Each that can do I think 20 to 25. So you can shoot it once and then move and then shoot again, which is handy. There's a water strike, which is like a plane that flies above, and you can just tell it anywhere on the map, and it drops water, and it can wash stuff. It can wash worms off the edge and that kind of thing.
Does it matter, like, if I'm this close to you, how powerful the bazooka is? Like, if I power it up?
As long as you're fine. It's all the same.
Okay. I didn't think it mattered too much. So, I hit you, and... Okay, you're still
55.
alive.
I'm still alive, though.
Damn it! Damn it!
But since I have 3 and you have 2, your guy might come up again before my guy.
Oh, like the turn order? Like he might get to go again?
Yeah.
I see.
Plug hole, teleshield, UFO.
Like there's so many weapons that like I don't even know. Like what does the finger do? There's a big nipple button. Oh, dog's gonna bark. Thought I heard your wife.
I'm not sure.
Oh. It's a little cliffhanger action there.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Oh God. Oh God. Oh Jesus.
Oh, not quite dead. Not
damn.
Quite dead.
Wow.
Not quite.
So close. Okay.
Doggies.
So now it's this guy. Okay. Oh, his jump is not quite
So
as...
you're not gonna be able to jump out of there.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Okay.
There's a jetpack somewhere, but I can't... It's been so long since I played.
Okay. So, maybe
you can probably get a grenade over into there.
Right, I was thinking...
There's a decent chance you'll get Jim Bob as well, though.
Maybe if I throw it just slightly enough so that it doesn't...
Yeah, you gotta be delicate.
Oh God! Oh God! It's
roll back.
Oh. Okay.
That was good enough.
Okay.
That was good enough.
Sure.
There you go.
What did you explode into? There's a little thing there.
There's a gravestone, and you can choose your gravestone. That's part of your flare, right? So.
But I can't collect it or anything. Get anything for it?
No.
Oh.
Alright, what do we got?
That's like my trophy.
Sentry gun.
Kill trophy.
Kamikaze. Homing missile.
Oh, that sounds cheap. Why don't I know about that?
I like that.
Let's just easily target someone. Oh my God. Oh my God.
So long, Jim Bob.
You just went North Korea on my ass.
I did.
What the fuck?
Alright, so you have four points of health left.
Good Lord.
We need closure.
Great. Oh, I totally got this. No problem.
Alright, do you want a suggestion?
Yeah. What
First,
could you possibly do?
Move yourself up here so you're defensive, so it's harder for me to hit you.
Okay.
Right click.
Should I do the homing?
Now, there's a bunker buster. What's this one?
Airstrike.
Airstrike. That's probably want to do airstrike.
Okay.
And
then just like point it.
You want it right in here.
Probably this guy, right?
Probably right between, and it'll get both of us.
You think?
Both of them, yeah, because it's coming from that.
The AOE's that wide though. It'll get both of you from here.
It's gonna be a line of bombs about that wide.
I see. Okay. All right. So this is sort of the midpoint. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Boom. Come on.
There you go.
All right. Okay. Oh, you still have that good vantage point though. I was hoping it would like take you down to to your other dude. Oh, okay.
You got one of them, so we're one-on-one now.
Why did he blow up twice? He just blew up like a second time just now.
If you kill them with enough to bring them to 0 and they're stopped, then they kamikaze. They blow themselves up.
Implode. Okay.
So it's actually a strategy. Like if you kill someone on top of another guy, he can blow himself up, and kill the other people too.
Gotcha.
All right.
Oh damn.
Wow. This is.
See, like I'm hard to get, but then again, I don't even have to be like clear.
Then again,
you have all these weapons though.
You just used your airstrike, so I should probably use mine.
Shit! And there I go.
Wait, how do I change? Oh no, there should be a way to. Hold on.
All the worms look like penises.
Yeah.
They all just look like wrinkled up penises.
Camera, aim, tab. It might be tab.
Toggle fuse time.
Right.
Like
I don't want to cheat too much.
Toggle the fuse.
If it's not tab, I will. Oh, it is tab. Okay.
Oh Jesus! Here I go.
Come on, be enough.
It's gone.
Be
it's
enough.
Gone. I'm totally
Get
done.
there.
Oh shit! Nice.
That's
Can you play this online?
I only needed 4 damage. Yes, I believe
With
so.
online players? That'd be fun.
This is Worms Armageddon, by the way,
cool.
for anyone who.
It's a fun game.
Yay!
I like that. I got demolished.
You got.
It's just not my night.
You got
gaming.
most damage dealt, 363 though.
You're damn right I did.
There you go.
You still won though. All right, cool. Well, shit. I guess the only thing we have left to do is do a Twitch raid.
That's true.
Which we have a candidate in mind, thanks to our good friend moderator Cell Processing. He has shouted out Barnacles.
Barnacles.
The one and only Barnacles Nerdgasm.
Good old
who
Jerry.
is streaming right now on Twitch at Barnacles, B-A-R-N, like barn, A-C-U-L-E-S. We will be hosting him from our channel as well, but if you want to get a head start, go ahead and type in Barnacles and find him. He currently has, let's see, I don't know how many viewers he has. Why is this?
Scroll down.
I'm trying. Oh God.
Can you use 2 fingers?
I am. The hell's going on here?
Scrolling down in there.
Good Lord. Is that there? No. Go up.
That's
go
very
up.
confusing.
407. Currently has 407 viewers.
So you probably won't even notice.
I think he'll notice.
But
make him notice.
grade him anyway.
Make him notice and tell him we sent you. Because he usually gives some pretty good reactions.
Everyone go to twitch.tv/Barnacules.
Barnacules.
Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Awesome Hardware.
Appreciate it. Have a good night.
If you enjoyed it, hit the thumbs up button. If anyone wants to do timestamps, we greatly appreciate that.
The timestamps.
I will pin your comment and all that good stuff.
He'll pin you.
And we'll see you guys next week for another episode of Awesome Hardware.
Yep.
Bye, everyone.
Have a good night.
Stupid wrong mouse.